So who it's for? It could be for someone who thinks that they need help with their late night snacking. It could be for someone who hasn't moved up in the ranks in work for a while and they don't know why, and they think it's all somebody else's fault. It could be for anybody who has something that they think is holding them back in life. And oftentimes it's a surface level piece. It's fitness, or it's a relationship. It's personal development. They're unaware of how deep it goes. So we'll start with that story, whatever that story is that's going on. I feel anxious at night, so I snack. And when I snack, I go for the chocolate, and I wish I would go for the peanut butter. And then we dig in there, and we go back into this 4-step process. And in this 4-step process, that first step is writing it down. The second step, we read that story out loud, conversational pace, like we're talking right here. Oftentimes people get a bit faster because it has some of those emotions behind it. Yep. Third step, check in after the second step, see how it feels, register where it is in your body. And if there is a strong emotion, like 6 or 7 out of 10 or more, a sensation in the body, when was the earliest time you remembered feeling that? Then you go into the third step, where you slow it down and you talk like you feel like you have your foot on the gas and the brake at the same time. Because so many people just speed right up and pass through their stories because they don't want to focus on them. So when we slow it down, we get to take a look at it from the outside as opposed to living inside of it, spinning around. And oftentimes there's more objective realizations after that third one. And then the fourth step, and this can go either way. Sometimes people have gotten the emotions out of the way. Sometimes they've been blocking them out. And the fourth step can either be the most objective read or the one that finally opens the waterworks. And we put a breathe cue in between every piece of punctuation, comma, period, sometimes at the ands. And we take a big old breath, volume on the inhale, length on the exhale, every time you get to one of those breath marks. And then you check in again. And oftentimes this surface level story, we lean into the emotion, the physical sensation around it. And it takes us back. We can title out, I've gotten clients who've gotten 6, 7, 8 stories out of that sensation. And before you know it, we're back. I had a female client in the gym here who wanted to work on snacking late at night to keep that same through line from earlier. Next thing you know, we're at a story from 7th grade about making the cheerleading team and her mom pressuring her to have a certain body type. I've had clients who they start titling out stories and all of a sudden they're remembering 2-year relationships where they lived with someone that they had completely blocked out of their memory. So when we downregulate and we lean into this emotion, we lean into what the emotion is and take ourselves out of actually living in it. We can take an objective look from the outside at our stories and see them for what they are. That's the 4-step process.